Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a T92 HMC, the Tier 10 SPG of the American line, and it's also known as King Kong by many of the people who actually use them, because they didn't make that many of them. And this one is being commanded by Sniper Note, and he's a member of What Arty Noobs. And he's on Arctic region, which is the recreation of the Mannheim Line. That's the conflict between Finland and the Soviet Union that took place during the period 1939 to 1940. Okay, it looks like Sniper Note's going to find a position at the very back of the map. Is he going to go behind the tree, or no? I think he's sitting there and he's extending his aim. He's looking for targets, and some are turning up on the south approach. That is the ice road. It's all ice on this map actually, because it's in the Arctic region, but obviously this is heavy corner, as you might say, and he's loaded. And there's a T25 and IS-7 rounds out. Oh, it overshoots by quite some distance. It does stun the IS-7 and the T25, but the shell actually landed in the ice at the end. Overshot by a long way. In fact, or did it? No, I can think you can just see the crater beyond the IS-7, so it just may have shattered the ice with the force of the explosion. Okay, T26 E5 Patriot in the gaudy colour scheme. Unfortunately, that just makes it too obvious and advertises to everyone who you are. Much better to get the one with the ordinary camouflage, or in fact no camouflage at all, and then they don't know who you are until they find out. And that's a 622 direct hit, 2 critical hits, 302 stun assist, and I don't give that T26 much chance. No, he has been taken out. I was just about to say I don't think him much chance for surviving, and he's then taken out. Okay, that pilot's behind a rock face, so he's pretty much protected. And an IS-3 from Sniper Note's team is pushing on that corner, using a gap to hold back that Doom Turtle as a T10 and another IS-3. They're trying to get past that IS-3, but they're having a lot of difficulty. And that round goes in and hits the Doom Turtle and stuns the other tanks in the process. Now he's picking up quite a lot of assist here. Oh, and there's an AT-15 as well. Unfortunately, their IS-3 is now down to 28%, so he's probably not going to last very long. No, and he has been taken out by the IS-3. And that IS-7's pushing as well. In fact, they're all pushing, trying to get to the ridgeline. But that is a bit of a mistake, because this ridgeline is a bit of a bottleneck where they can get hammered by the Arty, and if they dare to push forward, they get taken out by the tank destroyers and the other tanks that are defending. And that round goes out, and direct hit on the IS-7. It stuns the other tanks around him. 339 hit points on the IS-7. What a lot of tanks have lined up now for being punished by Arty. Now, that's a very silly mistake to do. The easiest thing to do would be go around this hill, the other side, on the western side of this hill. But nope, they want to come by this route. They're going to get punished for doing so. Okay, that T95's pushing forward. And he has taken out the UDES that was defending on the ridgeline. But the Doom Turtles are about to get hit. Yes, he has been. 575 hit points. Masses of critical hits. He's stunned most of the other team, and the AT-15's had enough. He's pushing forward, and I think he'll pay for that. That's a bad mistake to make. Yes, he's been taken out. He was taken out by the IS-4, who's just around the corner. Oh dear, oh dear. Now an OHO's pushed forward. He's using that rock to cover himself from the tanks ahead of him, but of course that's not going to protect him from Arty. And I think Sniper Note's going to put a shell into him. He's lining him up for a shot. He's dialed in. Yep, he's indicating his target. Rounds out. Direct hit! 568 hit points. Oh, he's certainly racking up the damage. He's got 3.3k already of damage and 3k of assist alone. Phenomenal amounts going in. And the oh-ho's been taken out, so it's not an oh-ho-ho Christmas for him. Now, the IS-3 is next. Yep. And he's just rocking backwards and forwards. That's the same IS-3 that took out our IS-3. And if he stays there, he's going to be an ex-IS-3. He's going to be pushing up daisies. Lined up, ready to go. Just waiting the final seconds for load. Rounds out. Lands alongside him, but it still does 471 hit points of damage. Critical hits. He's having to pull back. He's burned his repair kit. And, oh, we've got a T10. Did exactly what I suggested. He's gone around the rock from the other side and approached from the other way. Now, Sniper Notes realised this, and he's come down from his perch because he realises he could be spotted. So he's gone back into the dip to avoid being spotted. And he's lining up that T10 to get hit. Only a few more seconds before reload's complete. He's indicating his target, saying to everyone, that's who I'm attacking next. Rounds in. Rounds out. Direct hit, and he's wiped the T10 out. 325 hit points. Great shot. Now, the enemy seems to be making inroads on the north route, as well as a Batchat 12-ton, a T110E4, and an RU-251. Their assault on the south route seems to have faltered, but I think Sniper Note spotted this as well. Pay attention to your minimap, because then you can see these things as they're going and lend assistance, but they've just lost that AMX-30. And that RU-251, that's a light tank. That tank will suffer if he gets hit by the 24cm shell. And Sniper Note's loaded. He fires. Oh, unfortunately it lands short. And the 251 gets away with it this time, and he's darting down that dip. Is he going to go around the rock the other side? Certainly looks like it. So Sniper Note's lining up the T110E4 now for a shot, but we've lost sight of him. We need the Emil 2 to pop round the corner. And then he might be able to give Sniper Note some eyes on the situation. Now, the only enemy we can see is an IS-4, and he's just been taken out by the IS-4 on our side. It wasn't an IS-4, it was an IS-7. And there's the RU-251. He's rather silly because he's come around the corner, and now he's been hit by a 24cm shell, and he's out the game. He's back in the garage, 610 hit points, and he's a smouldering wreck. Now, where did that T110E4 get to? Did he come around the corner? Certainly was looking to. Now, we need that Emil to go back around and have a look. Yes, he has appeared. He's actually appeared. Now, Sniper Note's just changed his view to the south. But, yep, there's the T110E4. He did come around the corner. The Emil has spotted him, and he's now putting shots into him. Sniper Note's going to put a shell into him. He's been tracked. Rounds in. Oh, no! That shell, that missed. And it did that bounce thing. It's something wrong with Battle Assistant that Wargaming introduced. The Wargaming Battle Assistant actually causes the view to shoot upwards suddenly at some points, and although it can be used to see what an enemy is doing behind a wall or a rock, like this where it pops up, it's not a very good for the Arty player because it can upset their aim, and it's not realistic either. You wouldn't be able to see behind a rock, so you wouldn't be able to determine what an enemy tank's doing. The original Battle Assistant that was written by somebody else keeps the aim steady at all times, and also had the shell camera, which was great fun for watching as the shell went straight into the target. Now he's lined up that E4, and a big shot! 591 hit points and 4 critical hits right into the side, and he's tracked him. He's held in one place, he's stunned, he's pulling back, he's going back into that dip. He's picked up some stun assists, Sniper Note. Reloading. Halfway through, he's indicating his target, but he indicated the ground there right next to the T110. Now the defenders are making this E4 back off to a certain extent. The next shell should end that E4. 228 hit points he's got now. Oh, unfortunately, he just took out the Object 704. Now he needs to get that little bottom green dot onto the target before he shoots. Unfortunately, it's low at the moment. He fires. Oh, and the round goes into the ground. That's unfortunate, very unfortunate. But can he get another round in? It's going to be a little while before he's reloaded. He's been spotted. He needs to move. The back chat 155-58 on the enemy team will be trying to get him. So he must be unpredictable at this point. And he's doing that until he goes unspotted. 6 seconds. He should be unspotted by about now. He's still lining that T110 E4. Is up for a shot, but he doesn't need to because the E4 has been taken out. And there's the round from the back chat 155-58. He missed by a mile. Well, at least by quite a few yards. Okay, and Sniper Note is relocating to a new position to ensure that the 155-58 cannot take him out. Now, it's two heavy tanks and an Arty versus an Arty and a tank destroyer. Now that tank destroyer is a Tortoise and he's -2. That means he's killed 2 of his own team. How is he still in existence? How is he not suspended? That seems rather odd, doesn't it? I mean, one of them might have been an accidental shot, but to kill 2 of your own team? I mean, I must admit, I have actually ended up with -2 on my scorecard during a battle. But that was because one of the people I killed was a blue friendly who had actually team killed somebody on my team already. And the second person I had to team kill in that battle then started trolling me. And so I had to take him out as well. So it gave me a -2. But it didn't suspend me. And it didn't make me go blue. I think the problem was that the other person I had to team kill was actually the platoon mate of the person who was blue. Oh, he's lining a shot up there for the Tortoise. Oh wow, what a shot there, right between the gap. He landed that shell on the top of the Tortoise and took him out. That was an incredible shot, that was. Amazing. And he's already saying 6k damage. It is 6k. 5,931 damage already. That's a massive amount. And not to mention the 4,666 assists that we know of. And he's got his gun held high. Well, he can be proud of it. He's done a really great job this battle. Now, they've just got to find the batch at 155-58. Now, normally they would go to the dip in K1, but that's a well-hackneyed place, and I don't favour it because if you hide down in that corner, in fact, actually not K1, I should, that's a mistake, K3. I tend to go for anywhere in the back, where behind some of the bushes, because at least then you can see the enemy coming. This is K3, yeah. He's looking in the dip there. Now, the problem with that dip is that you can't see the enemy coming. You have to wait until you proximity detect them, and by then it's going to have to be a shotgun shot. You can't pre-aim at longer distance, especially if you've got a fast-loading Arty like an M44 or an SU-8, or a Bishop for that matter. At least with those you can get off repeated shots, but if you're going to shotgun in a dip like that, it just makes it very, very difficult. Okay, the IS-4's turned up, but doesn't appear to be anybody there. Oh, there's the bat chat. He's off to one side. And he is in the bushes. So he obviously thought the same as I did, to hide in the bushes and see them coming. And wow, that was an explosive final kill. That was an ammo rack on the bat chat. And it was the Emil too who got it as well. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Sniper Note in the T92 HMC. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. In fact, he got 24 critical hits in that battle. He got 5 critical hits alone on the Tortoise. My God, he must have incapacitated virtually the entire crew. Anyway, he also picked up a Gore's medal for getting more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And he picked up a Confederate medal because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, at least 6 tanks that were subsequently destroyed by members of his own team. And he picked up a High Calibre for dealing the most damage in the battle. Now just look at that list there. Fantastic. If we look at the team scores, we can see that Sniper Note came top on damage, naturally, 5,949 hit points. He came second when it came to kills with 3. He was beaten by the IS-4 who had 4. And he came top when it came to base XP of 1,190. Now, before we go further into his detailed report, let's have a look at that Tortoise, because he had a score of -2. Right, so that means, yes, he killed 2 of his enemy and he did 325 hit points of damage to the enemy, but he was not suspended. So let's have a look and quickly have a look and see who he actually killed. Because it does seem rather odd that he kills 2 of his own enemy and gets away with it. Well, that's one of the enemy that he killed, and that tank did 1,895 hit points of damage, and he got 2 kills. And I believe that AMX-30 was on the northern route, the one fighting out against the tanks that went round the north flank. So let's have a look at who else he attacked. Well, he didn't kill them. No, there's the second kill. He killed a lame duck. Oh, I can see why now. Actually, the Tiger 2 did some team damage. He actually did -313 hit points. So it's very likely that he turned blue, and the Tortoise ended his game immediately that he turned blue. He's not recording as showing any damage there, but he is definitely showing as team damage here, or at least a loss of 313 hit points. So that may be the reason why the Tortoise had -2 as on his score. But let's have a look at Sniper Note's detailed report. Well, he fired 14 rounds. He got 9 direct hits, 9 penetrations. He did 13 splash, or 13 times he splashed the enemy. He also did damage of 5,949 hit points, of which 4,748 was at more than 300 meters. He hit 11 of the enemy, more than 2/3 of the enemy team. He killed 3 of the enemy. He also did stun assistance damage of 4,666 hit points. That's a massive amount. And of the 18 stuns in total, he received 72,209 credits. And after resupply of his ammunition, remember ammunition on these tanks on the T92 are fairly expensive, he still walked away with a profit of 37,209 credits on a standard account. And this just goes to show everyone that who say that you cannot make a profit at tier 10. Well, it's mostly the professional players, the ones who do videos. They say, oh no, you can't make a profit at tier 10. Well, you can if you play Arty, because Arty is the most profitable branch in World of Tanks. And let's have a look at how much experience he had. Well, 1,190 base XP, but it was a ×5 day, so he actually took away 5,950 experience points. That's a massive total. So well done indeed, Sniper Note. So just goes to show, if you play Arty and you play it all the way up to tier 10, you can still make a profit. So if you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And we do have more than 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel now, so thank you very much for doing so. And maybe it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in the next video.